Good afternoon, everybody. I think we're just waiting for Odolena to... There we go. Hello.
Hi.
Hi. Sorry about the delay, everybody. There was some technical difficulties right at the end there that I had to just sort out. Welcome to our Facebook Live, everybody. I hope you're all doing well this afternoon. I'm Rachel and I'm from EKM. And today I'm joined by the lovely Odolena from Google. And she's here today to talk about the 4 pillars of Google shopping campaigns. So do you want to just give us a bit more of an introduction on yourself?
Yeah, sure. Thanks a lot, Rachel. And it's really great to be here. About myself, I am Odolena. I work as an account manager at Google, specifically on a program which partners with website builders and different companies like EKM. And our goal is specifically dealing with small and medium-sized businesses across different territories. We work with all over Europe. And today I'm going to talk and kind of hoping to demystify as much as possible shopping on Google search, how it works, and some, hopefully demystify some policies and rules as well around this topic.
Wonderful, thank you. So if you do have any questions for us about Google Shopping or EKM, drop them in the comments below and either a member of the team will try and answer them or we'll try and answer them at the end. But I think Odolena has some slides to share with us now as well. So I will, the floor is yours and I will stop my video and be quiet and you can just get on with it.
Great. I'm sharing my screen now. Hopefully this is all visible. So yeah, a little bit about me. I already introduced myself. I have about 5 years of experience managing campaigns. So before Google, I was also managing hands-on Google Ads, Facebook ads, LinkedIn, different pay per click channels. And yeah, working with a lot of partners in the UK and across Europe. You can also check my YouTube channel. I post a video every Sunday on different topics, including Google Ads. The agenda for today, it will be about 40 minutes long webinar. So I'm going to talk about some of the main, let's say, features of shopping, what it is, how it works, how you can get started. I will actually show you some Google tools which are available in EKM and for website builders. So they have made it extra convenient for you and easy to set up some of the basic things that you need in order to start advertising on shopping. Also, I will walk you through step by step in the shopping setup, and we'll go through some main policies and issues just for you to know what you need to do before starting on your journey with shopping ads, so that you can avoid kind of some of the main pitfalls. So what are shopping ads and where to find them? Once you do a small search for a product, let's say here in this example, a laptop bag red, you see a list of products on the Google results, which are essentially shopping ads and since recently also shopping free listings. So these are basically products which merchants like you and others who are using this feature, they have provided information to Google about what items they are selling, and based on the information they have provided, we generate these results. How it works is you submit, let's say you have different products, in this case lipsticks. You submit something called a feed to Google. So, and I'll go this in much more detail, kind of how it works tactically, just kind of presenting the concept here. You have to submit the information about all the products that you're selling in the form of a feed. So a feed is basically a file which contains the prices, descriptions, colors, sizes, all different attributes of your products. These are submitted through a platform called Google Merchant Center, which can be connected then with Google Ads. And therefore, you can push these products on Google. So once what happens is, let's say someone is searching for a product which matches the description and kind of the attributes that you have provided in your feed, Google will display this product on the search results. Google will rank the products based on the merchant's ads bid and their relevance to the query. So the bid means, let's say, how much. I'm going to lead you through the bidding system, but if you have experienced Google Ads works with bids. So for search, we use keywords, and you can bid on different keywords. For shopping, the bids are happening based on your feed submissions. So you cannot bid on individual products, but you can select a goal for your campaign. Let's say you want to get a certain return of investment. So depending on how high the return of investment is, Google will bid accordingly. And based on the bid, the competition, and the relevance of the query to your product, Google is going to rank products and show them on google.com or google.com/shopping. One important thing is that you will only be charged when someone decides to actually click on your product listing. So you would never be charged for impressions. Your ad can appear multiple times for multiple different searches, but only once someone clicks on the ad and goes to your website. So all these ads work with directing users from the Google search to your website. Only then you will be charged. And the cost per click depends on this return of investment and bidding strategy that you have selected when setting up your campaign. But I'm going to explain this in detail when I do the walkthrough. So there are 3 steps in order to launch shopping ads, and well, only actually 2 steps if you only want to do, let's say, free listings. So since recently Google is allowing you also to just submit your feed, and based on the searches, sometimes your ads can show up next to your products can show for free next to advertised products as well. But shopping ads is kind of maximizing this coverage, and because you're bidding, you're probably going to showcase your products more often. How it works is you set up your Merchant Center account. This is basically a tool from Google which has only one purpose: to collect this feed data. So your product data is submitted there. Then you upload your products with a data feed. So here EKM has made it extra easy for you because they have kind of created automated feeds, which is I will show you. It's a pure URL that you can copy and paste in your Merchant Center, and your products get updated automatically. So you have this step, and then you create a Google Ads account and a shopping campaign within this account in order to advertise these products. First step, creating a Google Merchant Center account. You go to this link, google.com/merchants, and follow the on-screen instructions. It's pretty easy. One important part is with Merchant Center, you will be asked to verify and claim your website URL. So you might have done that already, and if you have done, let's say, if you claimed your URL already on the Google Ads, on Google Search Console, then it will show already as verified. So you just have to claim the website. But if you haven't verified it, you can use some tools from EKM. So basically, you can get your product fee, but you can also get your, let's say, URL in order to which you can paste in your website and verify on Search Console. There is an explaining article on EKM which can help you to do this. But once you have done this, your website will be basically verified on Merchant Center and Google Search Console, and you can go to the next step. And the next step is getting your product feed from EKM. So to do this, you go to Features in your EKM dashboard and go to Google Tools, copy the product feed URL. So you will see a product feed URL, which basically contains all the data from the products that you have entered in your EKM store. And then what you can do is you can go to Google Merchant Center, go to feeds, and select an automated feed. It's important to kind of use these settings. You have this also on the support pages of EKM, exactly how to schedule the feed. But what's important is that it will be daily updated, and you select for it to be updated at 12 a.m. You paste the URL that you grabbed from EKM and hit continue. This is all it takes. Then basically you have submitted your product feed to Google, which means that your product can start showing for free as a free listing, but also it means that you can start also advertising these products. So think about free listing as the SEO of your website and shopping as the Google search ads equivalent of SEO. The next step is setting up your campaign in Google Ads. If you haven't got a Google Ads account, you can create one. Just start, and there is also some helplines which can really help you to set up the account correctly and get everything ready. But it's a fairly easy setup once you're just starting. But if you need extra help, we have support lines that can help you to go through this. This is how then it looks like once you've set up. This is an account, just an example of account. And this is how you can create your shopping campaign. So this means you have verified your website, you have created Merchant Center, you have submitted your product feed from EKM or from other website builder. It doesn't have to be EKM, maybe you're selling somewhere else. You have uploaded your product feed, the feed got approved in Merchant Center, and now you're in Google Ads setting up your campaign. It's very easy walkthrough. You select the plus button, which is where you start creating a campaign, and you will be asked what type of campaign you want to create. So here you select shopping, and then you will be asked to select your Merchant Center and country of sale. So here you have to link your Merchant Center to the Google Ads account. I know it sounds a lot of Google things that you have to link in, but once you've done this, this is one step only. And once you've set this up, you don't have to do it anymore. You can just always select the same Merchant Center, and your ads will be set up much more easily. It's just a few settings in the beginning. So you select the Merchant Center that you have created with the feed, your product feed that you have uploaded there. And then another important step, this is the bidding part. So here you can select what we call a ROAS goal. So ROAS stands for return of ad spend, which is calculated as, let's say, the value of the products that you sell. This is the conversion value, let's say the total value of these products, divided by the ad spend and multiplied by 100. So the higher, let's say, return of investment you want, then let's say your bid is not going to be that strong because Google was trying to get you like very cheap clicks in order for you to achieve this ROAS goal that you have set up. If your ROAS goal is a little bit lower, maybe, I don't know, 200%, 100% ROAS is fine for you. You are going to have, let's say, more competitive bids. So you will bid higher. You might pay more per click, but your ad is going to show more. And especially this is a good strategy for holiday season. Once there is a lot of searches for products and high conversion rates, this is a good moment to reduce a little bit the return of ad spend, but benefit from higher volume of sales. If you don't know what your return of ad spend should be, you can just not select any specific ROAS and monitor the campaign and decide over time what you achieve and if you want to kind of submit a specific goal, or you can leave it like this. If you do not fill this ROAS goal, the campaign will try to just get the maximum possible value of products sold for the budget that you have. So it will exhaust the daily budget that you select for the campaign, and is trying to get you the highest value possible for this budget sold. So you can look into your company's margins, profit margins, company growth goals, lifetime value of customers, existing campaign performance if you're running any other campaigns, and then take a decision whether you want to continue with a goal or just go with the default setting, which is maximizing the value of sold products with the budget that you have for advertising. Here is the budget. So the budget is a daily budget. So make sure that this is something that you're comfortable spending with. Some companies can spend $1,500 per day, and that's absolutely fine. For some other sellers, it might be way too much. So put a number which is good for you. Remember that if you have set up a ROAS goal, a returning on ad spend, then the campaign should not be restricted by budget. So once you launch your campaign, you're running with target ROAS, and you see that the campaign is limited by budget, it will shine in red in your Google Ads dashboard. Then you can click and select the recommended budget for it. If you're not comfortable with this budget, you can just remove the ROAS target and run with the default setting. Then select any budget you want, and the campaign is trying to do the best possible with the budget that you provide. There are two targeting settings. You can select to only go, for example, on search without including the search network. So the search network means there are other websites apart from Google, which are Google partners, where your products can show. So you might want to disable this if you, over time, you see lower performance, or for some reason you don't want to appear there. And also you can select whether you want your ad to show on YouTube, Gmail, and Discover. So these are other Google properties where your ads, shopping ads, can show. So on YouTube, it's important, it's not a video ad. It will be a product that will appear in the YouTube results, on the homepage, or sometimes next to a video. It might not be related to the video itself. Same for Gmail. It will be using, let's say, the product feed that you have submitted, kind of trying to match it to the interest of these customers. Let's say if they have been searching for something similar in the past. So you can decide whether you want to select any of these, or you can disable both of them and only run your products on search, on Google search. There are a few more other important settings, which are sometimes skipped by new sellers and are very, very crucial. So selecting your country or location where you want to sell. Because we are talking about e-commerce, it's important that you select a location where, of course, you can execute and deliver. So I have seen accounts where they start first and they target all territories and all countries, but they only work with the UK. So you don't want to do this. You don't want to spend advertising money for countries where you cannot really deliver and get orders from there. So you can select a specific country, and you can also do advanced settings. So you can go in a very niche radius. So you might be a store which is selling in only a specific city or even specific area of a city. So you can select a postcode and only kind of show your ads to people who are there. So like a hyper-local type of campaign. Have in mind that in that case, you will probably have less searches and probably less sales, but they will be very, very relevant. So it really depends on your business model and how you work with your business, where you deliver, what's important for you. Let's go to the rules. So it's very important to start knowing what the policies and rules of Google Ads are, and also the policies for shopping, because there are some specific policies only for shopping ads. When it comes to the content, the requirements are pretty similar to other Google Ads campaigns. So any adult content, alcohol, copyrighted content, healthcare, medicine, financial services, trademarks, other restricted businesses, political content. For shopping, what's especially relevant is the medical and healthcare. So certain healthcare products are not allowed on shopping for the Google search. So like medication, prescription drugs, unapproved pharmaceuticals and supplements, some sexual enhancement treatments related to weight loss. So be careful with the products that you're submitting. If you are selling such products, better just not submitting them in your feed. You can select which products you want to be submitted with your feed, and only kind of submit the ones that you are sure that you can sell on shopping. They're not restricted. There are a few other important Google policies which apply to all advertising on Google, not only shopping. But I'm going to go into detail on the misrepresentation one, because this is the one that's easiest, let's say, for new merchants to break without knowing. On abusing the ad network, this includes anything like, let's say, redirecting people once they click on the ad to another page, cloaking, hiding content for certain users, not showing the right prices. Also, when it comes to data collection, make sure that there is consent and cookie policy. This is all clarified on your website. But when it comes to the misrepresentation for shopping, there are some very important parts to know. You have to make sure that on your website you have contact details. So you must have at least 2 of these contact mechanisms. So phone number, physical address, or email address. So one of the 3. And contact forms are not allowed at this point. Making sure that your website has a secure SSL. So it starts with HTTPS rather than HTTP without S. This can lead into a disapproval for shopping ads. Also, make sure that you are well informing the clients, your customers. What are the return policies? So this is a place where a lot of merchants might get disapprovals when they submit first their Google Ads campaign, is that they don't have a clear return policy, or it's not on every page. So now the rule has changed and you can just have it on the product page, but it doesn't have to be on every single page of the website. But still, I would say try to make it as clear as possible. Keep an eye on the guidelines. Make sure that you include the time frame to take advantage of returns. Let's say returns within 14 days. Who is going to pay for the shipping of the return? How to start the process? Is it by phone or email? Policy for any broken items. Policy for items which are not broken, but someone just wants to return them. So make sure, you have a detailed, easy to see and accessible policy, which is reflected on your website when it comes to returns. And then finally, billing terms and conditions. So website must disclose all available ways of payment, and it has to actually disclose them the way shown here, with little icons showing exactly which payment options you have available. Okay, let's say you have done everything correctly. You still end up having some kind of account suspension or a problem. Not to worry, these things happen. It doesn't mean that you cannot return back to normal and you cannot start and fix this. Most of these suspensions are fixable. You just have to know where to look, what to change, and to work with our contact support. The easiest way to identify a problem is in the Merchant Center. So the Merchant Center, I remind you, is the place where you created for your feeds. So this is where Google has all the product data that you're submitting for your ads or for your free shopping listings. So here you can pay attention to the following things, making sure you check what are the percentage of inventory at risk. So you will see this graph, which is showing which products are in risk. And underneath, you will see per item, what are the risks, what are the problems. Sometimes there are some that are just in yellow. Let's say there's kind of missing something recommended, it's good to have, but it's not crucial. And there are some that are suspended. Maybe there is a price mismatch. Let's say you are stating something on your feed, but it costs something different on your website. This is why it's important to have a dynamic feed which is changing automatically. So the one that you get from EKM is going to update automatically and submit fresh data to Google whenever you change the prices on your website. Also, making sure how many items are flagged, how many of the clicks are affected. So is it something important, like a very crucial product that is affected, or it's something that can wait a little bit? You will get all this information from your dashboard in Merchant Center. Once you identify the problem, let's say in this case, the checkout is insecure. So this is a website which is using the HTTP protocol, not the HTTPS. So in order to fix this, they just have to update their SSL protocol, and then they will be automatically approved. If the website does not get approved automatically, you can always contact Google's support services about the suspension, and they can try to do it faster for you. But normally it should be automated. Once you have fixed the issue, you will see actually in the Merchant Center when is going to be the next automated review. And after this automated review, if everything is fine, your ads and products should be up and running back as normal. Here's like you see, let's say in this case, you fix the issue, you use a secure server. Let's say you don't collect any personal identifiable data. And yeah, you can contact support for review and approval. But most of the time, automatically Google will review the account. Usually takes a few days. What are the common shopping product disapprovals? Missing required attributes, price mismatch, so saying one thing in the feed, another thing on your page, image issues, or generic landing pages. Let's go through each of them. There's some required attributes which you have to submit for every product that you have in your feed. Most of this will be automatically generated from, let's say, if you're using the EKM feed, or if you're using any other feed manager. There are different feed managers that can extract the product data from your website and create a feed for you. But these are the important attributes that you have to pay attention to. So item ID, the title of the item, this is very important for good quality. Make sure that this title is, let's say, something related to what people are going to search for, what the product is, good description, informative and correct, kind of related to what the product is and its most important attributes. Link, image link, availability, condition, so if it is new or used, price, and then brand and GTIN code. So the GTIN code is something that sometimes I see missed. There are products that don't have a GTIN code, let's say handmade products, for example, but most manufactured codes do have a GTIN code, and it's very important that you get this GTIN code when submitting your feed. Feeds that include a GTIN have 40% more clicks and 20% lift in conversions. So this is very important for you to make sure that you have on each of your products. You can add the GTIN in, let's say, your interface when you're creating your products on your website. In EKM, there is a place where you can add the code, and this will be extracted and added to your feed. If you're missing the GTIN, you have to basically, there is one way you can go about it. If you don't have the actual GTIN number, you can see here where a GTIN number is. That's like the barcode of this product. If you don't have it for some reason, let's say it's a product that does not have a GTIN number, you can use an attribute in the feed which it's called identifier exists to indicate that the product identifiers aren't available to your product. Once you submit this with your feed with a value of null plus the brand, then it should work out. But this is one trick if in case you don't have the GTIN number. Image issues. These are also very often seen with disapprovals, and it's quite important for you to understand how we look at images when submitting for product ads. So it's important the images are not too small. Make sure that you have a good detailed image. They are not generic, so the images have to represent the product and to show only the product. So typically just the product well visible on a white background. They should not include any kind of watermarks, any sale or CTA buttons. You don't need this. It has to be purely the product well displayed on a white background. No promotional text, nothing. So products that have this kind of either too small or have some kind of text on them will be flagged and disapproved. Very important, avoid generic landing pages. It is important that when someone clicks on your ad, they are going to a link. You provide this link with the feed. And this link has to go directly to the page for this product. For example, these children's shoes, someone saw the image of the shoes on Google search, he clicked on them, and then they go on a page for men's sneakers. What kind of experience would that be for this customer? We'd want to avoid this at any cost because it's also important that Google provides valuable information in these results and people can trust them, and therefore more people will take advantage of the shopping suggestions. Therefore, it is important to have a page dedicated to this specific product. And sometimes you will see accounts with disapproved products because they are leading to a generic page. Also very important, offers on the landing page must be accessible by automated systems. So this is often a reason for disapproval. You have an offer which is on your website, but it is not detected by Google or it's not reflected on your feed. Then it might lead to a mismatched price disapproval. So making sure that when you're working with your developers, they will know how to do this without hindering Google to access the discount that you're offering. So there are certain websites that have they're hiding the discount or the offer from automated services, and we just simply cannot read it. So next steps, you can go ahead, rewatch this video. This will be available on the YouTube channel of EKM. You can go ahead, create your shopping campaign yourself. You can also call the support lines of Google Ads. They can help you to set up your Google Ads account. Or if you like, you can contact also EKM to set up your shopping campaign for you. So they are specialists in this and have a team that can help you out with this. There is also a special offer. If you are new to Google Ads, you haven't advertised on Google Ads so far, we will actually match what you spend during the first 31 days and give you this amount in ad credit up to £120. So if you spend £120 during the first 31 days, you will get another £120 for the next month from Google for free. And yeah, this brings us to the questions part. Happy to take some questions if there are any.
Hi, Odolena. Can you see me at all?
Yes.
Oh.
Shall I stop sharing?
Yeah, sorry. Couldn't see myself on the screen. Just wait to check. There we go. Wonderful. Thank you so much for that. That was such an insight. And I think I even learned something then as well, which was really, really great. I'll just have a scroll through the comments and see if we've got any questions. Mark says, can we limit our spend / adverts to the UK only? I think you did cover this, but I don't know if you just want to give a bit more in-depth answer to Mark.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think this is very important. If you are only selling in the UK, there is no point for you to advertise to other countries. So it's actually crucial. When you set up your campaign, you can select which territories, and you can do this up to a small postcode radius. And you can select how big this radius is. And yeah, only your ads will only show in this location. And having in mind that the more restricted the location is, of course, the less searches you're going to are going to trigger your ad. So you might see less performance. But if it is very important for you to target a small area, then you can absolutely do it in Google Ads.
Thank you very much for that answer. I don't currently see any more Google-specific questions in the comments. So if you do have them, pop them in now. Otherwise, a member of the team will try and get back to you after the live. Is there anything else that you want to add to finish off today?
I think most of the things I've covered, but absolutely feel free to get in touch with support of Google Ads if you have more questions, or if you have a campaign that you started, you kind of stuck there to help you. And also feel free to get in touch with EKM to help you out with your store, and also with they can help you well with Google Ads.
Yeah, wonderful. Thank you. Yes, we do have a lot of resources on ekm.com/blog about Google Shopping and setting up ad campaigns and things like that. And of course, we do have our support center for customers as well for a bit more specific guides on how to set up Google with your EKM account. And if you are looking to get into doing Google Shopping campaigns, then our Google team are available for you to give them a call, have a chat with them, see what the best options for you are. And there doesn't seem to be any more questions, so I think we'll leave it there. If you do have any questions after live, pop them down in the comments and a member of the team will get back to you as soon as we can. Thank you so much for joining us today. It's been wonderful, and I think it's been very insightful. We really appreciate it, and hopefully we'll be doing one again shortly. So maybe in a month or two's time, we can expect another live with Google, which is amazing. So thank you so much for that.
Thank you. Thank you for inviting me. Have a great day, everyone.
Yes, wonderful. Thank you, everybody, and we'll see you next time. Goodbye.